before I get into anything serious, right? The other day, I was on flipping YouTube, yeah? I don't know what I was doing on YouTube, but I'm on YouTube every day anyway, yeah? And then, like, there was a video that came up, and the title of it just caught my eye. And it said, 12 fears 90% of men never talk about. So I thought, what's this about? So I watched it, yeah? And when I watched it, I thought, you know what, yeah? The video, I think, was aimed at women, to make women know that these are the things that we as men, like, fear, but we never talk about, yeah? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring them up with the man then. And we're going to try to have a very honest conversation about some of the things. Let me be clear. A couple of the things on there I think are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think are fears.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a couple that I feel have some substance to it still, if men are honest about it. And also, maybe we could flip it
it's
around.
It's good for men to be open about their feelings as well, because then everybody will have a better understanding. Do you know what I mean? I feel like men always have their guard up, and women, we don't always know like how you're feeling because you don't show it.
Well, this is funny that you even say that. Number 12, yeah. Number 12 on the list, yeah, was what their body looks like. And the thing is, yeah, it's funny that is number 12 because in some way, we just kind of said that when we go on holiday, we take certain type of pictures or whatever, like to make sure that you know what I mean, maybe our body looks right or our face looks right or whatever, yeah. For me, like, I can't say that, like, growing up, I've worried about what my body looks like, but I have gone to the gym so that I can look a certain way. Yeah. It gives me a certain amount of confidence. Do you get me? Yeah. And I do think that if I stopped, which I have stopped, if a girl said something about me having a pot belly or a beer belly, it's going to make me feel some type of way.
It's funny, we was chatting about my brethren's birthday the other day, and we was chatting about six packs. Are they really the man really
they are
the six pack?
They are, but we're just
anymore, or is it just like it's a thing where it's not a thing anymore? Personally, I don't think six packs are like they're not. I remember when I was younger, and it used to be like, yeah, six pack. I wanted a six pack and whatever. Like that seemed to be the way that we wanted to go forward. Now, as man gets older, I just feel like slightly feel like the whole thing has changed as well.
You want to know why? Also,
girls slightly like to see a man that's eating right.
I hear that, but that guy has to have peas.
Yeah, that's okay. So that was the other thing. That was the other thing. Obviously, out of all my brethren, obviously, I'm like a DJ. I'm the DJ one, so I'm the one who's out. They're like, that's you can say that because you're a DJ, so it's easy for you anyway. It's different.
There's an advantage.
Maybe that's true then.
I don't think, you know, it's mad. I don't think the 6-pack per se, but in some weird way, I think a 4-pack mini.
Yeah, like I don't think
like the little definition.
There needs to be a little something
enough to let you know that if I did go gym.
Yeah,
it'll be a mad thing.
Like let's be honest, yeah. See, when man I've gone gym and that, like even if there's not been no definition, the fact that the shoulders are some type of way makes man feel. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But why are the legs so small? Like, why?
Do you know what?
Not everyone.
I know what you mean.
There needs to be some kind of balance. Some guys are banging out gym, obviously because they're conscious of their body and stuff. I blame social media, but we can get into that later. Yeah. But like, work on the legs.
Yeah, do you know what though? I think that's changing too though, because I do know enough man that like now there's that stigma of you can't miss leg day. You can't miss leg day. Innit? Like in my gym as well, people have been on that like, what leg day. Some people bang legs out like mad. Do you get me? No. But yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's a subconscious thing, innit? And maybe like it's easy for me because I've always been quite confident with my body anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I thought when I was, I'd say it's probably got more. I've been more aware as I've got older. Yeah, like I've started to see. I've started to like get up and put on a t-shirt and slightly see the out, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
As long as we stay in touch with what you see, like for example, no matter how out of shape you are now, it might only take you 6 weeks.
To get back in. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
As long as we stay in that distance,
and I think that's what I do. Like I kind of know, like. I'm not far away from being there.
So when that next holiday is booked,
I
know.
That's it. But you know what? Also, I feel like we don't love ourselves enough. Like, I feel sometimes it's a bit fake. Instagram, like we're always posting pictures and selfies. I do it. There's no way I'm posting a picture if I look like shit. Like, my mates will be like, take that down, delete it straight away. So if we just like learn to love ourselves a little bit more rather than caring about what other people think, then our body shouldn't matter.
I'm not even gonna lie. For me, I'll post a selfie. I'll post a selfie of me looking like the deadest thing in the morning.
Yes,
I
I haven't done that.
Sometimes I won't lie. Sometimes I'll be, like where you're videoing yourself, and then you look back and you think, nah, man's lash slightly looks dead. Let me delete that and do that and try and catch your next life.
Hold that thought there quickly, yeah. The angle where you know that you look completely dead in the morning. Is when you get this one when you're on the when you're on the phone down here, and it's like you can. And you know what the maddest thing is? You catch yourself off guard because the camera. You're thinking the camera angle's facing down, but the camera's actually looking at you, and you're like, oh shit, the lips mad dry. But go on anyway.
But we can probably, you see, as guys, we can probably get away with the whole posting pictures that aren't too flattering of us because there isn't going to be a big difference between what you look like tomorrow morning or on Saturday night in a rave. You look the same. We look the same. Whereas that's where a lot of girls, because they have to put stuff on and become what they become on.
And it's
Saturday.
mad because I've been clocking that so much girls' Instagrams now is literally the only picture they post is with a filter.
Oh yeah.
I've been clocking that. I didn't even realize that for ages, and then I've started to clock even more. Like I feel like
you know
every
what filter
page.
I like on girls?
The dog.
No.
Man said the dog.
You're right. Because you remember that one where they used to do that and then the tongue used to go. It made them look cute.
Yeah, exactly. You man just wanted to see.
But I like the one with the glasses, the glasses and the freckles.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's just a little cute one still.
Yeah, freckles have been.
They got this star one though, innit? That's what all that star.
Yeah.
I think filters make pictures look worse.
I prefer. I'm a naturalist, innit?
Yeah.
So I prefer a girl to not depend on filters.
Just a young Jano will do.
Yeah.
Just everyone though don't depend on filters because man are using filters man use filters on top of filters.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, that whole thing about the body though. One of the points that they were making was that as men we compare ourselves to each other. I remember we had remember that conversation we had where we was like, Calum, you might remember it was like the context of like, is everyone or is like certain men a certain percentage gay? And I know it was like a reach, but it was like when we was talking about you know when you go on Instagram and you see a man with a body.
100%. 100%.
Like we'll be flicking through and then you might see a man with a body and you flick back up.
Yeah, 100%. And you flick back up to check and see like wait.
But it's not gay though.
No.
It's not a gay thing.
It's not gay.
Who made this poll?
It's just a reach.
It's not a gay thing. It's a reach. Yeah, that's a.
I just made a stupid analogy. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So 11 was financial situation. So they're saying that like some men, feel like, like if their financial situation ain't right, they might not want to be in a relationship. Yeah. It might be like, I don't know, that might be a thing that just proper bothers them, innit? Especially if the girl, makes more money than them, and also, like society has always made us feel like man have to be the breadwinners and all of that, So I will say that honestly, at one point in my life, for a while, that was like, I wouldn't say a fear, but it bugged me. Because I wasn't making a certain amount of money, it put me off wanting to be in a relationship because I felt like I couldn't afford it. I felt like, oh, you know what, if like she might want to go to dinners, like, and I can't really afford that. That might be a bit, you know what I mean? She might want to eat a certain type of place, or there's only a certain amount of times you can do a takeaway, or you know what I mean? Or maybe like summertime, Fort Park and that.
Yeah, you want to do something.
Bro, we would have all at some point put our banks in extremely bad situations.
Just to try and be,
just on a date.
Just
on a date. I remember going on a date and thinking, "Who is this? Is this card even
is it gonna go through?
Is this?
Gonna go through?
But you know what? Even me as a woman, like,
online banking has saved me. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, you can just a quick,
just like a couple nods.
Next
But not all women want a man that's gonna like just take them to fancy restaurants. Because even I sometimes feel a bit bad like ordering expensive things on the menu. I'm looking at the price like,
Yeah,
is
you're
this
not
all
supposed
right?
to get the lobster, but as in like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
supposed to like.
But then if you feel like that, then that person's not for you. Because love is free.
No,
Of
because you know
course,
what it is.
no, but
But
you know what?
sometimes
That's what I
even men,
get you.
even as men, we want to take
Yeah.
a girl out to a
And like
fancy place.
picnic is free.
That's the thing. Like, if like we want
We've
to
done
do
that. We
that,
probably would have exhausted that first.
Yeah.
we want to do it. Like even if they don't, even if they're not necessarily that kind of girl, or they're trying to force you to, we want to take them
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Not and or not even just because of them. We want to go as well.
Yeah.
Like we want to like be able to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, boom, like.
And you
And
know
we're
when the-
going here.
you know when
This is where we're going tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
and be like,
And
yeah,
when the
boom.
cocktails are £12.
Bro, 12 is a good
Because that's
place.
what. Listen,
12 is
that's when it starts
That's
really
when it
bumping
starts
up.
really
the thing.
bumping up. That's
Oh,
what.
let's go for a drink afterwards.
You have to combat
Bottles
it
of
by
wine,
when she
bro.
gets
Bottles
she gets
of
lobster,
wine.
you have to get just a starter.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got to wait. Yeah,
You know, I'm not even too hungry. You know, man had a protein shake before we came.
You start looking at the steak now, the sirloin, and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? Oh, that's £26. You know.
You know,
But you know what?
When you start adding it up,
Yeah, do you
Plus
know what? I'm gonna,
VAT.
she might want the dessert.
Right, I'm gonna be
so do
real.
you know what?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
I'm just gonna get the chicken and chips.
I'm gonna do a
man.
real thing.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm
you
just
man
gonna
tell
do
me if you've ever done
Yeah,
this. You was
but that's what
going-
I'm saying. Online banking. Go on, sorry.
You was planning to go out somewhere. You've checked the menu and you've added up like how much it's possibly gonna cost.
Yes.
You're
You're doing
Before
well.
you
You're
get
doing very well.
That,
Yes.
bro.
Because I'll be wilding out.
I'm not
right
into
now.
moths.
It's just a moth. Yeah,
Trying to
I've
get
100% done that.
Bruv, 100%. I've
Yeah,
done
literally
that.
looked at
You've
the
done
menu.
Looked at the menu before we've gone anywhere,
Yeah.
and I've like totaled up like the estimation
Yeah.
of how much this
Yeah.
night is going
And I
to
still
cost me.
always get it wrong.
And you still,
That's it.
it never comes up right.
Service charge, that 12.5% sneaks up on
It
man.
never comes up right.
It's a service charge. It's a service charge.
That
Service charge is optional though.
Yeah, but it's,
But
you
still.
never take it off.
All right.
Can't go. Nah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Let's
can
talk
never
about that.
say
Nah.
that.
Let's
You
talk
can-
about
I
that.
can
Let's
never
talk
say
about
I
that.
can
When
never
you
say
got
that.
peas, you can take that off because you know why you're taking that
it
off.
off, yeah.
But when you're broke, you don't want to take that. Do you know what it is? I tell you, I tell you exactly what it's like. Yeah, you see, like this has been for me when I've been broke, right? So like when I've got dough, I can ring a man and say, you know what, bruv, you got a bag? Like
Yeah.
send me over a bag, bruv. I'll just drop that to you next week
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
And it's cool. I don't mind doing that. But see, when I ain't got no dough, I don't want to borrow a tenner.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when that's gonna.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it's like I know that I might be able to give it back, but I'm gonna feel it in some type of way, and that's why I'd rather not. Do you get me? So it's like
Hate borrowing money.
it's weird, bruv. It's
Don't do
it's
it.
a really really weird one, man. But a financial situation, I definitely do think. Like, man, worry about that. And
No,
I do find that
100%,
funny when you
100%.
said, yeah, like sometimes, you know, you put that card through and you don't know
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's gonna happen
Where
on
are
the
you
other
not
end
going
of that.
to eat though? Seriously. That's so
But it's just
expensive.
approved. You're like, whoa.
I had that exact thing. I
Shit,
remember
that was close.
bro.
Sweating,
That was
time
close.
slows down.
You know you got 167
As it's
left in that
connecting.
account.
Oh,
You got
man's gone on online banking and transferred 2 nugs.
Oh, that's mad.
Them ones.
That's actually funny still.
The 10th one is height. Yeah. So this is
It's a good one for you, bro.
this
It's a
one's
good
obviously
one
for
for
me.
you.
So like obviously they were saying that like obviously knowing that a woman, an ideal woman's like thing or for a man is a man to be tall and all of that. Yeah. So like for me, obviously being a short guy, yeah, being young, like the thing for me was like I was very ego driven, innit? Yeah. So being ego driven for me meant that like I needed respect, which I felt like I had when I was young. I felt like I had that. I needed girls.
Yeah.
If I could get a girl, then I felt that would give me, you get what I'm saying? I had that. And also money. When I was young, I had money. So when I was young, I never thought to myself in any way, that was never like a fear. Like I never thought, when I saw a girl, I never thought, I can't get her. Like, oh, I couldn't. I knew in my head, I should probably prefer a Don who's whatever, mad, tall or whatnot. But because I was ego driven and on those things, the money, the like having a pretty girlfriend before, and also having respect, like that wasn't ever a thing for me really.
Yeah.
But then I think like as I started to get a bit more like as I started to get a little bit more known, then I felt like, you know, like sometimes some people would be like, oh yeah, like they might make a little comment or whatever, and I'd be like, you know, like I'd kick back into that respect thing a bit for a minute and be like, hold on a minute, like you don't know me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you have to be careful with what's going on here. Do you get what I'm saying? Because do you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just allow you to feel like you could disrespect me in any type of way. And the same with a girl. Do you get me? Because sometimes a girl might feel a bit too comfortable and might say certain things or whatnot. But still, for me, and I'll be honest with you, maybe because of what I've done for a living has given me an element of advantage.
Yeah.
Do you get me? It's given me an element of advantage. And like, again, on the ego thing, things have changed a lot now, but like I don't want to sound funny or anything, but I've had some really good ones. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think the fact that I've had some really good ones, because of the fact that I felt like that's always given me confidence to be able to be like, well, you know what? I know that you probably prefer my man, but do you know what? If you give me the opportunity to have a conversation with you, I feel like I could win. I feel like I could win.
Yeah.
But I reckon like for a lot of men, like
for a lot of men, probably.
Even like I'm not short, but I've been told, like it would be sick if you could be taller.
Yeah.
What? I'm like, what?
Same, Same. What are you though? You're 6'1", though.
Yeah, but
I'm at least 6'1". I'm like,
but some girls love the 6'5".
Some girls love the tall.
Yeah.
You see, like they're 6'4". They just want a giant. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they just want...
When I was younger, I used to be taller than all of the guys. So, like, obviously, I think it did give me a little bit of a complex. I never really embraced my tallness. Only until recently, I'm not going to lie. Like, even when I was around short people, like, I'd, just try and, like, crouch down a bit.
Yeah.
But we need to just be confident, man.
Of course. I would never like a girl to do that. Huh?
I always like tall girls.
Can I tell you, I'll be very honest on this podcast right now, Let me just see how I'll go word this. Like, there was a time, where years ago, where like, and this gave me an extra mad confidence. I had like one girl that I had, like if you saw her next to me, you just wouldn't even believe
it. It's
it.
like it's potent next to you.
It was, literally. Yeah. It was like it was like me chopping down an ostrich. It was like a lion chopping down an ostrich.
Yeah.
It was that.
Do you know what it is?
Do you remember how tall she actually was?
Yeah, she was like Poet, like that.
Oh,
no. Poet's like 6'5".
Yeah, I'd say probably just a little. Do you know what the maddest thing is?
No
she was just a little bit shorter than him, but she was bigger than him.
Yeah,
Was
you
it
know,
like
Poet's
on dates?
skinny.
Yeah.
What was it like going out like and stuff?
Oh no, we weren't together.
Oh.
We weren't together.
You were
This
doing
is
a
another
thing.
thing. Like
just
I
a match.
think, that. And I'm not speaking for a lot of girls here, because a lot of girls will probably not agree with this, but I just feel that sometimes you have just guilty pleasures, innit? And ideally, I would want a girl would say, I'd rather this. But when the conversation and all of these things are just mad sweet and it's just us, it's like, you know what?
This is what I'm saying, but you can't
You
deny
know
the
what?
energy.
Like
They can't
maybe
deny
I
energy,
might.
no matter what.
You get what? Do you know what I'm saying?
Energy,
Maybe I
yeah,
might.
you can't deny
Maybe
that.
I might.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but again, I won't take away from the fact that maybe what I do.
You're a nice guy. I can
how
see
did
that
that
straight
work?
away, though.
Do you know what? It's not even just that. I
Thanks.
reckon a lot of these fears that we have, we have them, but as long as we have enough other things, we can combat them. I guarantee.
Okay.
So if you haven't got peas, but you're good looking and you got a good personality, and you'll be fine. If you're not good looking, but you've got peas and you're a good conversationalist, if you're not tall, but you know what I'm saying? I guarantee. You won't even really notice these insecurities if you've got enough of
It
the
does
other
depend on
qualities.
how big the handicap is, though.
Yeah.
No, I think people notice, I think you always notice the things that you don't like. You always notice it. You might not try to basically pay attention to it, but you notice it, and then you kind of
But you know why that is?
you kind of substitute your other things that you've got to try
Yeah.
and
Of
take
course.
over
Yeah,
that.
Of course, yeah.
Do you get what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
sometimes because we don't like that about ourselves.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
project
I
it
hear
onto
you.
somebody else.
Have you ever dated a guy that's shorter than you?
Yeah, I have. But like, I wouldn't wear heels around him.
See, this is the thing.
See,
See,
yeah,
for me,
that's
I'll be honest with you again. Do everything normal.
Yeah.
Do everything normal.
Yeah,
Now but the
yeah.
thing is, I will be on. Like I will say as well that like that doesn't necessarily. If you're gonna wear tall heels and all that, we haven't got to like dance in the club and do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously that might just look a little bit mad. And you know what? You might find that more awkward than me. So I understand that. And maybe I might find that a bit awkward too. But I still want you to do everything that you would normally do. Be whatever you think makes you look sexy. Be sexy, because I like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Just be sexy, whatever that means. So if it means like them big, what they used to call them, come
Them
fuck
stripper
me heels and all
heels.
that. Huh?
Them
All of
stripper
that.
heels.
Do all of that. Do all of that.
Yeah.
Don't change nothing, and don't bend over and do none of that stuff either, because that would just annoy me. But yeah, anyway.
Keep it for the bedroom.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 1,000,000%. And I'm all right with that. So yeah, funny enough, talking about that, number 9 is like the sex being terrible.
God.
Ex-partners being... Oh yeah, so like us as men meeting a girl that we like and thinking that her ex-partner in bed was better than us. I don't ever, personally, I don't think that.
Nah.
I don't think.
I've
Yeah,
never
I
thought
don't
that
think
before.
I've ever thought that one either. To be fair,
But do you know what? I can imagine.
Unless you
some
see the
people
ex.
that-
If you see the ex,
unless you see
right?
that, yeah, and then you're
So
like,
you
wait,
see
hold
the
on.
ex and he's like some mad, good-looking dude, gym brother, or I don't know. Maybe do you know what? I've never thought.
Yeah,
that.
this is what I'm saying. I don't think that one's one. Still,
But I
'cause I've
will
never-
say, like, a woman will say, yeah, oh, that was the best sex I've ever had. And then a guy will say, oh, but I've really, like, am I the first person you said that to? But if you don't say it, you're
I'm not
thinking
questioning
it.
it. I'm not
I'm not
questioning
gonna say
it.
I don't wanna know.
I'm not questioning it.
I'll take
if
it.
you're telling me that, I'll take that. I'm taking it.
I've got a weird arrogance when it comes to this category, and I just feel like, nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can say all the buzzwords and all the buzz names you want. It doesn't matter.
Still beat
Because
though.
I
still beat.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I have no like qualms about anything like that because I might, if I had a girl and I was her ex, I might have that thing that's just like fuck, because I know he's so outspoken about his madnesses
Okay.
that my chick might have had to do some madnesses.
Oh, what? So like you might have looked at your ex and then seen her man, the current man.
Yeah.
And thought, like he's laying her down.
No. As in, if I wasn't me,
Yeah.
and I was
Oh.
going out with a chick
It was
that
you
used to
guy.
go out with me,
Me, oh,
then
yeah.
I would probably be like,
So put it
for
this way,
fuck's
if
sake,
Savage
anyone
Dan
but him.
was your ex's, was your girl's ex, basically.
Yeah,
Nightmare,
I get.
okay.
Oh yeah,
You'd be
I
a
get
bit
what you
like-
mean.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Like my arrogance is that, and I'll say this in the politest way, that for me, like I'm a pooch eater, so I feel like that. So wait, let me finish. No. So I know. I'm minimum rating wise. I'm minimum 5.
Yeah.
I'm minimum
Listen,
5.
I know I've got. I
I'm
know
minimum
I've
5.
got a minimum.
I can't
rating.
be any lower than that.
Yeah.
So I'm 5.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Is that
saying?
your thing then?
Was that?
Is that your thing?
No,
Like,
do you know
more
what it is?
than
Do
the
you know
other
what it is?
one?
It's that
Automatic
basically
five.
it's just that sometimes, yeah, like they say, like
Jesus.
you know that whole thing of sometimes you just know, you know, like as a guy, yeah, sometimes you just know there's not really much fuel in the tank tonight. It's just not really gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I might go in and I'm
got-
done.
yeah.
It's like a couple strides and I'm out. Yeah, but my thing is, if I'm there and we've done that, yeah, I know if I'm in and I'm out, that's cool. That's unfortunate, but I've done that anyway.
But then
So
you
I'm
go
at least
for
5.
round 2.
Oh yeah, but sometimes that.
Sometimes
Sometimes
round
that
2
can't-
is just not
Or you
it's not even-
control yourself.
Big
Hello,
man
guys.
thing.
No, but guys, have some self-control. Like, yeah,
If
the
you're in and
pussy's
out so quickly in
amazing.
round 1, round 2 is far off.
Sometimes
is
I might
that?
not. That's,
I promised round 2 before.
oh, better.
Never come.
Yeah. You promised round 2 in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
you're
there.
gonna get.
Right there,
No, I want to pass out. Please.
Sex is important if it's. I think it is important if it's with the right person. I mean, it's amazing.
To be honest with you, in a situation like this, yeah, if we're talking about relationships, I have no qualms of doing it with like quick sex, and you know what I mean, I nutted quickly or whatever, because you know what, we're gonna do it again, and
She
it's
knows,
not a problem.
yeah, she
And you
knows
know
to
what, there's times where she's absolutely loved it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what, babe,
got
just
some in
hold
the
that
archive.
one.
But
You
how-
got some in
Hold
the
that one.
archive.
Yeah, you got some,
You got some in the archive there
Babes,
that
hold
she
that
knows,
one,
yeah,
and
yeah,
later
cool.
on, like
Exactly.
tomorrow or the day after, we're cool. But the thing is, in my opinion, and this is a little bit of my arrogance as well, yeah, is that like if it's a one-off, let's just say it's a one-off, yeah, and it was just a quick thing, like unfortunately because I didn't have enough fuel in the tank. In my head, a part of me is just like, well, you're pissed.
Yeah.
because
You know what
that's
it is.
100%.
I know, I know.
truth.
In my time, I've done stuff.
Yeah.
So
you,
it's just
you know what
unfortunately-
you're capable of.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
So,
so-
unfortunately for you, you
unfortunately-
didn't experience it.
But then the
and
girl's
that's how it
just gonna
goes
have to take
sometimes.
that one on the chin, though.
Huh?
She'll have to take that one on
That's
the
what
chin.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well,
she
yeah,
has
you got
to.
to. Yeah, you got
Mine's
to.
been so
That's how it
bad
goes,
before
I
that
guess.
I've thought to myself, I'm not even gonna have sex with you because I don't have to have sex with you because we all just know it's too mad.
What do you mean?
Obviously my reputation preceded
Okay.
itself.
Yeah.
So
But isn't that
Like-
pressure though? Isn't
so
that pressure?
It is, but because I embraced that pressure, it meant that I didn't even really have to have sex with girls for them to know it's a mad thing.
Okay.
You just know it's a
Well,
mad
we can
thing.
just sense
They know
your
it's
aura,
already-
you mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather a girl not know that. Though.
No, to be fair, I'm kind of sensing it, like just sitting here now.
Yeah,
Now
that's
you've said
mad.
it, I'm
Okay,
thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
like what kind of mad thing? Like it's like girls just know
But
I'm
you know
a
what it
mad
is,
thing.
yeah?
Look at the smile.
You know what it is?
No, not like you know.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So.
It's just the
But you
aura.
know
Listen, I
what-
say
Get
the
wondering.
energy. Listen, the energy
Energy's
is
mad.
the maddest
But
thing
do you know what it
in
is?
this
I'd
world.
rather you not like. I'd rather a girl not have the expectations of that. But you know when you have the, you know when you're like you're sitting down, you might just be chatting, but the chemistry is just mad, especially from the lips as well. Oh my god.
You can just feel
It's
it.
the eyes. You can tell. You see when you're looking. You see when two people are looking. When you lock eyes and you're still talking. Get out of that room. Get out.
Anyway, number 8 was the threat of another man. I think we kind of
Forget that, brother.
But they were saying something like, men, when men are jealous, it's not as obvious as it is when women are jealous. So like, for example, if a woman or your woman compliments another man, maybe let's just say, oh, you know, like I was in the gym and like this PT came over to me and he was talking to me. And like, I'm thinking about that, but she might say innocently, you know what? I'm thinking about working with him. Like, you know,
them ones, them ones,
You bring your
them ones, your heart starts, yeah,
Why though?
yeah, and then if
100, your heart
what
starts pounding.
Nah,
Thinking,
what
wait,
is this
hold
my
on.
man from?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's from Church Road.
Yeah. And then you see him, muscles bulging, hairline, probably like just
36k Instagram
Followers,
followers.
yeah, you see all of it.
Yeah,
The heart starts beating then.
I
100.
think it's there.
100.
It's there.
The heart
I've
starts
seen
beating.
how
100.
some of
It's
these
the butterflies,
PTs
all of that in the stomach.
I've seen how some of these PTs stretch their clients.
What do you mean?
And I've seen it in the
Them.
gym.
Oh yeah.
Wild.
They get right.
Oh
in there.
what? Oh, when they've got their legs
Holding that thigh and that, holding that thigh all the way up.
I'm not loving that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not loving that. Yeah, I've seen some of my PT friends really like hovering over, almost in missionary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And the worst thing is when you're in the gym and you might see a girl in the gym that's attractive and you just see that she just has one of them fun, bubbly relationships with the PT.
yeah, that's
And
how you start, yeah.
She doesn't even know she's getting set up for a slam dunk. It's happening any second
Really?
now.
Do they all? Are they all like this?
What's this? PT?
Personal trainers.
Boy.
I think the vast majority.
Boy.
I'm
mean,
going to
they're
go as
pretty
far
hot
as
though,
this. I
seriously.
think the vast majority of PTs are sleaze bags.
100%.
I think they are sleaze
That is
bags.
stereotypical. but
I think they
100%.
I think they're scumbags.
I think they're worse than
Seriously.
rappers. They're worse, way worse than
Yeah,
rappers.
what?
Way
The
worse.
PTs that I know, I can.
Terrible.
Because their
Listen.
confidence, you know what it is with rappers' confidence isn't as high as a PT's confidence.
No, of
A
course.
PT's confidence is nuts.
Super
Because he's playing home
It's
matches
nuts.
all every game. It's a home
Super
game.
high.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm saying. He's in the gym. I know this place inside
Inside out.
Well,
Exactly.
hey, women,
And she believes everything I'm telling her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, That's
exactly.
where it is.
Yeah.
They know that
It's the
anything
trust.
I tell her,
Also, they
she's
also know
believing.
that when women work out, and men actually, we release like endorphins that naturally, in that moment, make you susceptible to like being horny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's not the place
Yeah,
to be around Theo, the PT.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, all I'm getting from this convo, women, is if you are single, go and get yourself a personal trainer.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you won't- no.
Not if you want a man.
Not if- yeah,
Not if you want a man.
No.
If you want to, if it's a leng thing, then yeah.
If you're
Absolutely.
having a drought, if you're having
you know
a drought,
what? Little leng tings and beats, like they don't always just last like that.
Of
Women
course,
can,
we know that.
but why get yourself into it?
Well,
in
I'm
the
just telling
first
you.
place?
No, you just asked the question. I'm just saying, if
Well, I was assuming like go and get a man.
No.
what if you want
no.
a PT?
nah.
After you've gone, there's another client.
God.
Yeah, just know that.
That's too much.
He's
stress for
booked
me.
in. He's booked in from 6 in the morning.
I
Yeah.
can't handle that. No.
Yeah, the gym opens at 6. Yeah, and they're working through until 6 sometimes.
Oh,
PTs
that's
are
mad.
sleeping in the car.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's what they're doing. They're sleeping in the car sometimes.
Wild.
So yeah, taking classes and all of that, and meeting. Yeah, and then Friday nights, everyone's all going out together and all of
Yeah.
that. I know what's going
Let's
on.
go on a healthy
Listen,
binge.
You know, while we're talking about it, I'm not gonna say the gym. I'm not gonna hot nobody up or anything like that. Yeah, but these lot, right? This little group. In gym box, yeah, these lot are just scumbags, you know. Let me tell you something. These lot are forever going out, like the group of them, the PTs and the clients and that, are forever going to dinner and then going to some dance afterwards and then they're all staying at someone's house.
It's a super brothel.
And then they're going back to the gym in the morning, again.
Yeah,
They all went to a
let's
festival.
do this and then go back to gym in the morning.
They all went to a festival together. You could just imagine the amount
Do
of
you know
crowd
what
that
this
was
always
going on.
ends up in? One of the female clients having to change gyms.
Oh, yeah.
It is guaranteed.
Someone
Yeah, you
happen.
don't mix business and pleasure. 100% not.
Number 7 is the family not liking us.
What, the
Oh,
girls,
that's a
the
big
girls
one,
family.
man.
The girls family. The girls family.
It's probably a big one for you.
You are
though.
I couldn't care. I
confident.
couldn't.
be. For me, it's not a problem. Like, because you're a conversationalist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear
You don't mind that. You meet people and you can charm them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
So
you
what? So like meeting the family and that, because for a woman that's a big thing. I
That's
know.
a massive step.
Girls
And guys-
need their boyfriend's family to like them. Otherwise,
But
they
you
will
know
feel
what?
on edge forever.
Yeah.
It's
will
only
always
really
feel
my mum that a guy has to meet, and my mum's like just like me. She's a bit mad, so it's just like it's not really that deep. But for some people, it is a big thing. Like you want your father to meet your potential husband, but a man even thinking on that level now? Does anyone want to be married? Any
I'll
of you
get
guys?
married.
Yeah, I do.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear. It's refreshing.
Well, the thing is,
But you don't need to be married to meet the parents.
yeah, you don't have to be married.
You
To
should,
me.
if
Are
anything,
you
you
lot-
should
so the-
not
but
be
you meet-
married before you meet the
yeah.
parents.
Have you lot actually had genuine like, I don't know, fears, concerns, like whatever, like the parents or whoever that
Not
won't like
liking,
you?
not really, because I've never really gone. I get why some guys will, because some guys are with girls. Definitely like African tradition. Like if they do not like the guy, then it's a possibility that is not working.
Yeah.
Like it's not going any longer
Yeah.
than they want it to go. So, but I've never really been with a girl that I think has really even had a family like that. So, I've never really had.
What, a family at all?
No, a family like that's been so strict. A family that's been so strict. Like, so I've never really had like a fear to be like, oh, I wonder if they. Every family's liked me as well. To be fair.
What about you?
So
Nah, I'm usually cool. I like having.
It's probably
You've
the
got
brothers.
this, haven't
Huh?
you?
It's probably the brothers in that.
yeah,
innit?
maybe the
man.
brothers.
Are you good with them?
I'm fine with all of that. I've never had a problem with it. To be honest, it's not like I've met bags and bags of girls' families.
Yeah, neither.
That's the thing. That's another
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
two, maybe three.
It's another
so,
thing. Yeah, 'cause you don't rush to meet a family. If it's not,
Yeah, and I usually like that's a. If it comes down to that, like if it comes down to meeting family, what?
Oh, well, I just realised I've only met one.
Oh
I
really?
thought it was more in my head, but it wasn't.
Oh, it's calm.
It's good. That's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the
was,
better.
I wasn't nervous at all.
I think when it comes to like meeting family and stuff like that, if let's just say in the unrealistic situation that like our relationship depended on it or whatever, I'm gonna pass that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass the
Yeah.
family thing. The other number 6 is little experience in relationships. That's dead. I don't think that we think about that. So I'm just gonna skip over that. But number 5 is hair.
hair.
Yeah, so like not enough hair, too much hair, or like being bald. Yeah.
On
so
the
like,
body.
No,
Yeah, but you're talking about body hair or actual hair?
Everything, hair in
Too much
general.
hair must be on the body.
Yeah, so like maybe too much hair could be like your chest hair, because you know, like obviously society at one stage made everyone feel like you needed to have like smooth chest. Do you get me? I know being bald is a sensitive thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Head bald.
Yeah, head bald. Yeah. Being
Yeah,
bald in your head.
that's a sensitive thing.
Yeah, someone like I haven't particularly. Do you know what? I can't say that. Like the hair thing has not been an issue for me, but I will be honest with you. Like man's trim the pubic hair and that.
Oh yeah, that's what
100%.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Man has to look. Man has to make it.
And I've like my chest and that. I've simmered that
I mean,
down.
my chest is just. I'm just.
So you're all right.
Oh, yeah.
Have you do that?
No, I don't really have much chest hair, but I have to trim my pubes a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to.
Man said
That's
I have to.
I
I
have
said
to.
I have to.
That's
A lot.
Not
And men need
I said I
to.
have to a lot.
There's no
Like
excuse
barbers.
for men not to like keep it neat down there.
Yeah, no, you got.
Women don't want to see a massive bush. It's not really attractive.
no,
You have
it's
to
not
keep
good.
You, I mean, I don't know what you'd
I've
prefer,
never.
but
Well,
Not
yeah.
even-
When you were younger, you had to have a massive bush, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mad long strands of pubic hair. Do you know
Well, was
what?
it
Yeah?
exciting for
I
you guys
never
to get
thought
pubes?
about
Yeah.
that. I never ever in my life thought about trimming pubic hair until one time my brethren told me that he did that, and I'm like, what? Like you do that? Then he said, yeah, bruv, you got to do that because
been
blah
on that
blah
from
blah
early.
whatever. So there's me bushed out.
I've been on that from early.
Yeah.
Been
Is
keeping
it?
that trim from early.
I was bushman
Gotta
at the
keep
time.
that- gotta
Yeah,
keep
that was
from
bush
early.
From early.
So yeah, now I'm a proper trimmers.
But the
Trimmers.
trimmers.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
trimmer
is it
still.
trimmers or did you veet? Anyone veted?
What's that?
The sensitive
The whole
one.
thing.
Oh,
No,
is that when
man's
with
hair
the- with
removed.
the cream, with the
Man's hair
cream.
removed the chest.
With the
before.
cream.
Yeah, man's hair removed the chest.
Does it sting?
I do that.
It stings
It don't
like
even
egg.
sting. No.
Wait, go
But you
on.
can get this little cream. It makes it smell really nice after. It's fragrancy.
Really? What's
What
that
I
called?
will say
So
is,
wait, you
It was
veted
boots
the
I made.
I've
pubes?
done it once.
The
Veet.
pubes?
I
Yeah.
veeted
Nah, I
the-
don't even. I
Before
wouldn't
you
even
tell us,
trust
what,
that.
wait,
Dan,
Dan,
I wouldn't
Dan,
even
before, wait,
trust
Dan,
that.
before you tell it, wait 1 second. What did you say? What's it called?
It's Boots' own brand. They're like it's for sensitive skin, but they also do like a little cream and it's quite fragrancy.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, cool. We'll talk
So you
about
don't smell
that
like egg.
That's good.
God, I don't want to. Egg.
Yeah, because
It
the
might.
Veet
It
has
smells
like
like
a
egg.
kind
Veet
of
has
like
a random,
a weird
yeah,
kind
weird
of, you
smell
know
to
when
it. Still.
Yeah.
you smelt it in the bathroom growing up,
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
know
you
what
think
it
you
was.
know what it was.
Oh my
Yeah.
So go on anyway. What was you saying?
Yeah, I veeted when I was younger,
When you're younger.
but it was like the whole
So man was just bald.
Bald
Bald
thing.
chicken
And
and
trust
that.
me when I say, listen to the instructions on that. thing.
Oh no.
I got scared.
You go over. If you overcook it,
Burning.
you're finished.
Burning.
Even if you undercook it, sometimes you're finished.
Did it all go red in that round then?
It's,
but
no,
undercook
no,
it.
Does it
but
come
as
out
in,
there?
That's too much pressure,
you
man.
find yourself doing the hopscotch into the shower.
That's
you
why I've never.
veet
That's
it.
why I've never trusted. I would never.
But what I
I've
will
never
say
wanted
is,
to be bald down
It's
there.
a
fully
it's a
bald.
proper finish though.
Yeah,
And you see
yeah,
like
yeah.
Alright,
when
let
you're
me
in,
ask you
you
this.
see like
Mad.
when it's in May and it's getting to that kind of hot part. Sometimes, because it's only bald for a few days and then the stubble comes and before you know it, you're back where you actually wanted to be.
Okay.
So
So what? Like, so when you do it, yeah, obviously you got to put it on your balls as well.
No.
What?
I did.
No.
You didn't.
Nah.
So hold on a minute.
Don't put it
so
on your
wait,
balls.
So you're telling me? Let me tell you something. So wait, you lot do the top bit and the side bit, but then there's hair on the
No,
balls.
that's pathetic,
No, I-
Callum.
I-
That's
Just trim
mental.
the balls, maybe. There you go, Callum.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why
Listen,
I've never trusted it.
My balls
I've
will
always
shrivel.
felt-
My balls will shrivel anyway.
I did the
My
whole
balls will
shebang.
shrivel.
You done the whole thing.
I did the whole shebang
what-
round to my
That
ass.
was basically
Yeah.
You just have to stand
Yeah,
like that.
I stood like that.
Oh god. Yeah, and then someone tries to walk in the room. You're like, don't come in,
Oh.
don't come
I was squatting for 3 minutes.
in. No, 10 minutes.
6 minutes.
What?
6 minutes, man was
your
just
balls.
squatting in the
Listen,
bathroom.
let me tell you something. I would have been. My balls would have went into my stomach. I'd have been shook. I wouldn't have had a
Shook,
ball
man.
back.
Yeah, I'm not putting it on.
But the thing is, shaving balls, as people will know,
Very
is
dangerous. I've
very
never
man's
done
had
that.
couple nicks.
I've
still.
done that,
Oh my
Man's had
God.
couple cuts.
Couple
on
nicks.
balls.
I'm not taking that.
Like,
Nah, I'm
But
not
what'd
doing
you
it.
shave
Oh,
with?
no, I trim my
trimmers.
Nah, see, that's what the guy is wrong.
Yeah.
You can't do.
What are you man
That is
using?
way too dangerous.
What are you man using?
Man, if you just use a Gillette.
What, scissors?
Gillette.
But
What?
that, even that
What do you
Gillette
mean?
thing,
When
I
you say
feel like,
trimmers, what are you talking about?
as in like,
It's
Like
like
the
a
barber
trimmer,
thing.
like
Oh,
a
no,
barber
that's
trimmer
mad.
on his balls.
That's
you're
mad.
you're living dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm a
The whole-
scissors don.
Nah.
scissors.
I'm a scissors don.
Scissors on your balls.
What?
Yeah.
You what?
What I do is I just pull the hair and just trim it.
Are you mad? You can't get no
I
precision.
trim. Listen, I trim my pubic hair.
She
like
looks.
an Essex don gets his hair cut.
No,
No, wait, listen.
Can you
Wait,
get
one
finish
second.
Like that? Can you get?
I-
You can't get. Yeah, how
Listen,
do
let me
you?
tell you something.
He's like
I
the
trim-
barbers that do that.
Yeah.
No, this is what I do. I trim my pubic hair like an Essex don gets his haircut done.
Just pull it out and then just trim it.
So what you think?
Oh, so it's never fully
It's never
gone.
mad even.
No, so it's never fully gone.
It's never fully gone.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying.
What
With a
about
Gillette-
It's like a number. It's between a number one
a
and
Gillette
two.
thing. It's probably
Fully gone.
So you're bald.
Smooth.
Mine's like between a number
like a
one and
baby.
I
two.
want to go one.
You want to go one?
What
Level
about
one.
a whack?
Level
Say that
one.
again?
Yeah.
Crack, back and sack, whack.
Hell
No,
no.
wax.
That's
No,
what I
I'm
do.
not
Oh,
even.
hell
I'm
no.
not even risking. I'm not even risking. No,
But then
wax
you
is
don't have no
different.
injuries. 'cause
I've waxed my
like,
chest. I've waxed my chest.
Wax is.
I
I haven't
wax
even
in
done
my
the chest wax.
Yeah, I'm good with that now. I'm
haven't even done the chest
I'm
wax.
cool with
My
that.
ass. Fucking
Wax
No
your
way.
ass.
No,
Are you gonna spread my ass cheeks?
I'm not doing it.
Nah, and balls.
I'm not doing it.
I've got
not
a
doing
friend.
it.
I've got a friend.
I'm not
more
doing
of
it.
a long distance friend whose girl used to shave his ass.
I would do it for my man.
Something a relationship
Just to shave
needs.
his
Maybe
ass.
it's not his
Shave
stuff.
it. Oh, that's mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll do it for Bants.
do you know what? Fuck it, I'd do it for him. If it was my man, I'd do it.
That's good. You're a good
After he had a
girlfriend.
bath.
I like women like
This
that.
is crazy.
to
I like
help him
women that
out.
will do things for
This
their man that's out of the
conversation,
ordinary.
That's how they-
I don't know if my man would ever ask them kind of things.
Yeah,
like,
your
I
mum
would
would
be
never
like,
ask you. That's a.
He should never ask.
Oh wait, can I just clarify what I was just said actually? Because that might sound mad, and someone might take it out of context. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I like the fact that she would do something out of the ordinary if he asked for it. Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
aim to please. I feel it's very important.
Number 3 is,
I can't believe you use trimmers on your
is
balls,
relationship.
Scissors though.
No, but trimmers is dangerous.
Yeah.
Fam, one
No,
slip.
it's mad. It's mad.
One
It's
slip,
mad.
and that's-
It has been that. But it's been
Ah,
mad.
that must
And it
hurt,
stinks.
bro.
What,
It's one of them
scissors?
stinging
No,
ones.
I'm good
trimmers.
with
No,
that. Oh,
trimmers.
okay.
One slip.
Yeah, that's mad.
painful.
Trimmers are safe. I've never.
What was I gonna say? Number 3 is relationship with girlfriend. Man don't talk about. Oh yeah, apparently men don't talk about their worry for their girl. Apparently, like if they have a worry about their girl or worry in their relationship,
Talk to
men
who?
don't talk about
other
that.
men.
Well, they just don't talk about it.
Just
So
don't
yeah,
talk about
like
it in
even talk
general.
about it in their relationship or maybe even talk about it to their brethren. But for me personally, as I've got old, I'm not in a relationship, but my brethren have always spoken to me about.
Well,
whatever.
this is a good one, seeing as what happened to me this week.
Oh, you're gonna talk to your brethren?
No, the catfish. You didn't see what
Oh
happened?
yeah.
Oh my god! Oh
man.
my
So
god!
Wait.
funny.
What happened?
Bruv.
happened?
Talk about that.
It was beautiful.
One of the best things I've ever. So basically, you see H is here, yeah. H is
H,
Seen-
just for
yeah,
people who don't know
yeah.
who H is.
yeah. He works in the studio.
Yeah.
He has put up a picture, and it's been liked by someone, yeah. And he just happened to see this like, yeah. But it's my picture, but it's not my name. So he's thinking, right, when did man change his name? Clicks it, and it's not me, but it's a private account. So he sends it to me, and he's like, rah, what's going on here? So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is a catfish. This is mad. So I've added him. I've gone to add him, and I've said, yo, like I've put him in a story of just like, big man, don't know what you're up to, but I like it.
So the brother,
He deletes that account.
so
And
he deleted that one
doesn't
after you
delete-
messaged
no,
him.
What he doesn't delete it. He changes the name, so anyone looking for that name won't find him now. But then someone else has found him using a similar name but a different name. Jason Fuller, he calls himself. Yeah, he's using a different
You
name.
look like
a
a
good
Jason.
name.
You look
That's
like a
a
good
Jason.
name.
You look like a
I
Jason
started,
still.
I started thinking, Rad, does this? I feel like I know this man. He's also taken my whole life. So he's put West London boxing,
everything.
sound, boy. Like he just put.
Oh,
bare
so he
stuff
knows
in
what
it.
you do.
Exactly. He knows
And
who
knows
I
your
am.
hobbies,
He knows
yeah.
who I am, and
Yeah.
he is me. He's put up a next picture of me. Yeah. To kind of get someone off his show. But this picture of me, I've never seen.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He has a picture of me I've never seen. So I at him again. I say, bro, I don't even have this pic. I beg you, send it to me. So I've added him, yeah? He sent me it from a different account now.
You said it from a different account.
So I've said to him, bro, what are you doing? I've DM'd him now. Because he sent me the picture.
Wait, another account with your picture on it as well?
Another account. Like,
With
he's
your
changed the
pictures?
name, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same account, but he's just changed the name.
Yeah.
I said, bro, what are you doing? He goes, I said, fuck this, I'm following you. He goes, no, bro, you can't follow me. I'm catfishing my slag missus.
oh my.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
the line.
Mad.
Oh
Wow.
So he's using you.
So I said, fuck. I said, dude, fine with me,
Yeah.
do your thing. And he's just like, he said, she's fucking having it, the slag.
So the man's
I
catfishing his
put-
missus
Yes.
with your picture, and
Yes.
she's actually.
So
And
I've
she's
said
moving
I've
mad.
said to him, I've just put a sad face saying, I'm so sorry, man. Like,
Oh fuck!
it's not me, but I feel responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's your.
He's also got 36 pictures
Oh.
and 500 followers
What?
Of
Yeah.
you?
of being me.
No, that's a
Oh
bit.
my
So
funny.
I said, how long have you been me? He said 8 weeks.
8
Oh,
weeks.
bruh.
So
Wow.
wait, he been chatting to his missus for
He's
how
been
8
chatting to
weeks?
his missus
For 8 weeks.
For 8 weeks as me.
And she's been
While
having
still,
it.
while still going out of her.
Oh my
Oh, nah.
god.
I agree with what you said when you were like, at that point, you're just trying to get. her
So
out.
he said, do you know what he said? He said, took me a long time to crack her.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah,
So
in my
he-
head, I'm thinking this guy is absolutely.
So she actually wasn't even on it in the first
she
place.
wasn't on
He
it.
just.
he made this
Yeah.
happen. So he is absolutely mental.
Yeah,
So
mental,
Then
bro.
it gets worse. He goes, oh, she's being a proper slag right now.
Oh my god.
He sends me a video
What?
of her playing with herself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He goes like this. He
She
said
sent to you.
that she sent to me.
Oh
yeah,
my
and she
God.
says in the name, oh Jason, like so
Oh,
she is cheating
Buff.
on him with him, but she thinks it's me. Yeah.
Oh no.
So I'm just like, bro. He goes to me. You've earned it. You may as well have a look. And the way he's talking, I know this guy is a filthy fellas fan, and all he does
Okay.
is just like it can just tell he's a lad.
Yeah.
So I said to him, bro, like, this is outrageous. Like, it's been what got you to this point? And he was just like, bro, I just had a feeling like he's just like she's 5 years older than me, and she's just like she just moves like a bit of a wrong'un. And then I realized to myself, I thought to myself, you know what? He's probably been sitting next to her on the sofa, giving her no attention in real life,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
talking to
Talking
her
to her.
as me for
He created
8 weeks.
that. She created that.
I mean, who's
He
got time
made
for
that-
that?
he
Created
Yeah,
it
he
because
probably
she's probably
made it
thinking to
happen.
herself, my guy's not even giving me that much attention now.
You need to
Anyway.
save
He
her.
probably thinks. He probably
Also-
thinks that he's. She probably thinks that he's chatting to a ting.
Exactly.
Also, the guy she's talking, he's probably like just go in bed and leaving her, ducking her. Meanwhile, texting her good morning from my account.
Yeah.
Oh
them ones.
my god.
He
He's sending
already
her good
knows
morning
what she
texts.
likes. Of
Yeah.
course, you can
Yeah, 'cause
crack
you
her.
crack her.
You
Yeah,
know her
yeah.
inside out.
Yeah, you know.
And also on top of
fully.
that, you're not giving her the same energy that you was in a
Exactly.
normal relationship.
This guy sounds a bit dodgy.
He is mad.
So
He's
did
mad.
you find
He's
the girl
bananas.
because you can save her?
No, she's
You
done.
don't.
Nah, because otherwise, nah. It's
Well,
not.
Yeah, but
basically,
mate, what's
I
it-
told
I'm not
him,
gonna lie.
I
the
told
way,
him,
I thought
You
the
don't wanna
end of
get
the story was
involved.
gonna be. I slid in her DMs.
Oh,
To me?
nah.
I'm retired.
What's the woman like? What does she look like? Was she old?
No, she's a white 30-year-old.
Oh.
Lovely girl.
God.
Obviously,
That's mad.
But she is
Lovely girl.
yeah. Either way, he did this wrong. He got this wrong. Because
That's his own fault.
He
I'm not
did
even
that
gonna lie.
to
Yeah,
himself.
of course.
That's his own fault.
He has to take the L on that.
Man said
Yeah.
it took
Man
a while
cracked his
to.
own
It
missus.
took a while to crack her.
The man cracked his own
He
missus.
confronted her. I said to him, he was like, what do I do now? I was just like, bro, I said, the thing is, I know what kind of space you're in mentally now. You are having a lot of fun being me. He's like, right, I had to bat off a lot of things that's trying to move to me because I'm trying to move to my chick. So he's like, oh, what makes it worse? I don't even want to say this shit, but I'm going to say it. She squirted, yeah?
Oh no
And
way.
he's like, he
Nah,
was
man.
furious because he didn't even know that she
You could do that.
that.
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
This
When
is
he
just
typed
mad.
that to me, I was so sad.
This is just mad.
I felt so sad.
This
Yes.
Wow.
Just mad.
So he's confronted her because I said, bro, like, I said, there's a bit of a weird bit here, yeah, where you know it's her and you've known it's her doing this now, but you're still being me. Like, you're meant to kind of get the first thing and then say, got you.
Yeah, got
It's
you.
like
But
he's
he's
enjoying
carried on.
it.
Carrying it on.
And,
You
in
know what I'm
fact,
saying?
and then on top of that, found out his missus could squirt. And all now he's. Oh.
He confronted her and she said, I knew it was you.
Shut up.
She fucking got him.
Oh my god.
She deserves an award.
Bro, it's the best catfish ever. I was speaking to him 2 days ago as well.
She
Just
deserves an
checking
award.
up on him, making
So
sure
she
he's
went.
alright.
So what?
This is what I'm
So
saying. You
in
have to be
reverse,
careful. This is what I'm saying, just
overboard.
in case, you know.
So she actually went over. In the end, she probably realised this has got to be my guy.
No, she
No,
didn't know.
she didn't
She's
know,
just trying
bruv.
to she's trying to spin him now.
Oh, she's trying to spin him.
Trying to spin him.
She might have known. No, women are very good at
That is
clocking
game.
things.
Don't
No,
send
she
the
didn't
whole
know. That was
flipping
game.
squat.
That is game. That is 100%.
I thought, yeah, you don't
But
send
a
it.
woman-
100% game.
There are
Yeah,
some
it's
things
game.
a woman can do for herself that a man can't do.
Yeah,
So
but
she might have
you
been
should
able to make herself
Yeah, but you don't
squirt.
send the video. That's fine if you could do it.
Yeah.
I think that you're
Yeah.
supposed.
Send
I
the
still think
video.
you're supposed to know that.
But you know what? They're both playing
Yeah,
games.
I'm
you
supposed to
Yeah,
know.
no, this is what I'm saying.
One.
Obviously,
I have
he's.
every
That's
right
why I
to
said. That's why I
know.
said she deserves an award because she.
Yeah.
She
Wait,
she
wait,
spun that.
1 second. Let's
That
be
is a
clear here.
spinning.
I have every right to know that my girl can squirt. Yeah, I need to know
You're
that.
supposed to find that
It's
out
something
though
you're supposed to know.
yourself.
You're supposed to know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know.
Nah, she's
No,
at least
wait,
meant
no,
to say to
you're
you like,
supposed-
you
They've
gotta
You've been
make me
going out for
squirt.
2 years. You're supposed to know. He's been going
Of course,
out. for
100%.
Yeah,
She's
that's
at
weird.
least gonna say
That's
one
not.
time,
Yeah.
you need to make me squirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you know that
Yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you know
He
that
didn't-
Not
I
every
might
man
need to
can
put in.
know.
He didn't
I
even
need
know
to
it was
put
on
in
the
the
menu.
extra work.
The thing is, he
Natural
didn't
with
even know it was on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ran game on him wickedly, boy.
Yeah.
Alright, quickly, last two. How many partners the girls had before them?
Oh, this is a.
None of your business. That's what I think.
I
When
don't
I
ask
was
the question.
up to about the
I
age
don't
of,
ask the
up to
question.
the age to about 21, it
Yeah.
was a problem.
It was.
After
You know when
that,
there was a problem for me? The Bashy Chopper Chops mixtape. When he said 6, and that was that was the deadline. That was it. For a couple of years, that was the number.
Yeah,
that was
you
the
went
number.
under that.
yeah, no, this
That
is
was
So
it.
you
you
can't
ain't
be.
getting
You
nothing.
can't be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you
Up
can't
to
be
about
respected.
21, and then I
Whatever.
was like, this is. It's just you'll never know.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean
why?
up to 21?
Like
in age or number?
up to my age, up to the age of 21, it was probably a thing where I would
Oh,
say,
yeah, of course.
if it was over a number,
That's
then
a
I would
side-
say,
side,
yeah,
yeah.
nah. Or if it, yeah,
And bearing
like-
in mind, you're never going to know the number.
yeah, and then this is the thing,
Yeah.
and then it was always times it by 3 and all that.
Yeah, all of that
and then
shit.
It's like I was just like, and then it just becomes.
Everyone's
I
paranoid.
looked at the average numbers not that long ago. I think
For what age?
that's a fucking good point.
What was the numbers anyway?
Now you've just spun me.
No,
I don't
because
even
the
know.
the age is key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the age is key.
age
That's
is
what I said
massive.
to
Like,
him.
if you're 15,
I think it was the average 30-year-old,
okay. What was
and I
it?
think it was
For
some-
who? A man or a woman?
I think it was still a lie. It was a woman, and it said the average was still 7. I do not believe that.
Get
I
the
think
fuck out of
everyone's
here with
been
that.
lying.
Get the fuck out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Honestly, I think it's probably closer to 70.
Yeah.
No.
Or somewhere halfway in between.
Nah, 70.
70?
70.
Yeah, that's a
Nah,
lot
nah,
still.
that's
I'm going to go with like,
That's a lot.
not that it matters, but I'm going to go with like the average 30-year-old. Yeah. The average 30-year-old woman. I'm going to go with about 29.
Cool.
I would have said mid-20s, yeah.
Yeah, mid-20. Couple holidays.
Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah, couple of the ones where it's like not the
Couple
brethrens don't know.
What is it
Yeah,
about
the
exactly
brethrens don't
seeing
know.
that? Yeah.
They did
those
no,
ones.
but sometimes.
Those ones.
Those are the main ones.
Those
that
are the
tally it
yeah
up.
that tally up. Yeah.
Yeah, but what
brethren
about the
only-
shit ones?
brethren only knows about a few.
a couple of them.
Yeah,
The
only
shit
knows
ones
a few.
don't count.
The brethren only knows.
And then shit, yeah, that's
She
another
only
one.
knows
Shit
the
ones don't
relationships.
count. Shit ones don't
shit
count.
ones- oh, yeah, the
That's
shit ones.
another
Oh,
one.
yeah,
They
say
do.
that.
She
The
said
The
it
one
as well.
you're never supposed
She
to
said
The
it
shit
as
ones,
well.
yeah, exactly.
The
The shit ones
secret.
don't count. So it's they know about the relationships. They know about the relationships and like a couple, the ones that they
The
were
couple,
seeing.
yeah, the couple they were
And it
seeing.
didn't
yeah,
work
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you just assumed that
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
happening.
100%.
And then maybe one.
Yeah.
That was like, babes, you would never guess what I did last
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But other than that, all the other Jimmy Squeeches, you don't know about.
Yeah.
I promise you don't know
Some
about.
girls are putting in work, like
What?
with writing names in. But I saw
Writing it
books with
down.
names in, and that's a lot.
Yeah, that's
really,
mad.
still.
Yeah, I think
Bare
I don't
pages.
know. I think that is a. I think that still exists, but I think it's for a younger demographic now. Like Hardy Caprio and One Ason's got a song where he says something like, he asked her how much she's been with, she said 3, and he told her to say wallahi.
Yeah.
Freeze. My boy come out of jail a few years ago, and I remember he was quite excited about flipping, like, seeing one chick. He's just like, oh,
When he just
thing,
come out of
yeah.
jail.
Just come out of jail. Yeah. But as in, he's drawing a thing that, and the girl.
Unless you're
he's been
I would-
speaking to her,
sorry,
and
can I
she
just stop
said
you
that
there?
She's only had sex with one person.
I'd advise that if you're a lady and your guys had done a big stretch in jail, when he comes out, you want to have some experience, because that's gonna be up.
But yeah, she told him that she'd had sex with one guy only.
Who? What? This
But
is a
I-
girl he was seeing.
This is a girl that he'd just kind of drawn. He was like, you
Oh,
see
just
that?
as he come out of jail.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he's
yeah.
been speaking to her for a few
Yeah.
days or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'd known 4.
You'd known for.
Yeah, I know 4.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
they just throw these numbers out. I would say if you're gonna throw these kind of like numbers that are lies around, then make it ones that that can stick.
Yeah.
I don't
Is what
think
I'm
people
saying.
should ask the question.
It's a personal
Yeah, the
question.
question-
Like,
that's what I'm
why
saying,
are
the
you
question
asking?
Yeah,
should- the
you're
You're
question
never
should
gonna
never
ask.
be
You're
asked.
never gonna know the number anyway.
The question
And
should
what
never
is it
be
like?
asked, bro.
All that
It
is
should
gonna
never be
do is
asked.
fuck with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should
like-
never
And,
be
it's, and,
asked.
and you know what? To be honest with you, I don't know. There's maybe different ways to look at it, but it's like you can't really be mad at what happened before you. But I know that you feel like that you can judge somebody on the amount of I think it's because we think that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about this now. Yeah, maybe one of the reasons why it's an issue or it's being seen to be an issue is because we feel somewhere in our mind where if a girl's had a high amount of numbers, if we have a breakup for a weekend, she's receptive to
out
chop.
there.
yeah,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
She's
out
gonna
there.
get chopped.
Then
Yeah.
one, yeah. That is,
The security.
No,
She's not shy of it.
Yeah.
She's not
women
shy
don't
of
work
it.
like men though. Like you can't get over someone by getting under someone.
you can.
No,
Yeah, you
it doesn't
definitely
work.
can.
Doesn't
100%
work.
you can.
But the thing is, it's a double standard in it because
Do you know
man
what?
gets
Short
so
term.
mad at that, but we are out here doing stuff. And
My
that's where
thing in my head growing up wasn't the fact that you could cheat on me in a couple hours, because in my head that could always have happened. Whether
Yeah,
you've had-
yeah.
But it was more the fact that I wouldn't have minded if you had 29 boyfriends. If that, no, I would have. Don't, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But as in, like,
That's what I'm
but as in,
But you see when you
these-
see when you look
That's
back at
a
this
lot.
logic, when you was
there's
younger,
gonna-
it doesn't
yeah,
make no
yeah.
sense, you know.
It would, if you told me you had like boyfriends, these were your boyfriends you were having sex with, it would have made me feel better because it would have made me feel like you kept your worth. Whereas if you're just getting rags,
Yeah. It's because
then
man,
I'll
them-
be like, right, that was just.
But do you know what though?
Because
With
you
that
know
same
how
logic though,
guys
Dan,
talk about
yeah,
girls.
that's
they'll
what
be
it
like,
is.
yeah,
Man, them
it's
just
fine,
have this
that-
thing. If a girl says if it's a high number, man, them have this thing that
It's been rough.
it's just mad. Like
Yeah.
you must have just been out here.
But see,
doing
with that same logic with the
madness.
29 boyfriends thing, for me, in my head, the way that my mind would work if I still had that type of mentality would be like, well, then you've just mad naive. Which then means that if you're just mad naive, I've got you, and someone's gonna just
Come and
somehow
come and
manage
grab
to
you.
get you at
Do
the
you know
house
what?
because
I
you're
can work
naive,
with
and then
naivety,
you're thinking,
though.
do you know what? I'm just
I
gonna
can
go to
work
his
with
house and smoke a spliff, and the next minute now, knickers are coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. But naivety, I could probably still work with more than someone who's just wicked with it.
Oh yeah, I hear
Yeah,
that.
it's just like,
It's just out
if you
here
got
just
tricked,
saying, yeah.
then
Do you know what? I'd rather not know. And my advice to all young bucks out there, anyway,
Yeah,
don't
never
ask the question.
Yeah, man.
Seriously,
Don't
it's, not
ask.
gonna, it's an
Never a
unnecessary
point.
argument, and you're gonna you might end up losing out on a good girl because of.
That's what I think. That's
told
the
you.
thing. Do you know how much man have probably like dipped off certain things just because?
Yeah, because they
she
just
said-
can't get past.
Yeah,
the
they
fact
can't
that-
get past that fact of that she probably it was higher than the number than that.
we
they're
lie as
comfortable
well,
with.
anyway.
Yeah,
Of course.
there you go. That's what I'm saying.
We don't even know.
Everybody lies.
But imagine
If a
lying
man
and
comes out
saying
and says,
the
"Listen, I was
number
watching
and
Love
then
Island
it's
when
still
it was
bad.
on." Sorry, go on.
Sorry, imagine lying about how many people you slept with, and then the guy still thinks that it's a lot of people. You're kind of
I know,
fucked
I know.
anyway. So
Like she's done like 30, and she says she's done 10. Like
Yeah.
she's been with
You're
30.
like,
She says, "What 10?"
10, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
what
you're like, raw.
later? Nah, you know what? Yeah, that's all mad. But you know, I was watching Love Island one time, and then they was asking, I think it was Alex, and Alex was trying to make himself seem like he had a bit of edge
Yeah.
because he wasn't getting no back. So he said something like, "Yeah, I was with 35 or 45 or something like that," and it's like, bruv, you're chatting shit, bruv. Like seriously, you don't like. You know when you start like, let's be honest, yeah. When you start getting to a certain number or like a certain amount, you don't know the number really.
Yeah, you never. You
Like it's so mad to just say 32, like off the top of your head.
Yeah, to
Unless
know-
you're
to-
writing
yeah,
it
to
down.
know. Yeah, let's try
Unless
write-
you're writing it
My
down.
flatmate writes it down. He's got his list and it's ridiculous, but I don't know. But I'm on less than half of his, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what my number is.
I know a guy actually, funny enough, who I think I might even have showed you like a time ago. He had a list of all of the girls that he sent me a list of all of the girls that he's beat, yeah, and he's rated them.
Oh,
He's got their
fuck's
number,
sake.
but also what he's done
Oh,
is he's put like he's said what the best attribute was as well.
Oh.
he's a prick.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's a sleaze
legend.
bag. He's a sleaze
That's
bag.
a.
He's a sleaze bag. And you'll never believe that he's in a happy relationship right now. And just by the way, it's none of my close friends and that, just in case any of my
Yeah,
close
someone
friends.
try to work out who
Yeah,
this
like,
is.
it's not like it
They're gonna
weren't
be
it weren't mine.
through the yard
Yeah,
looking
no,
for this
no.
book.
No, I don't want like any of this. Trust me. Anyway, last one. We've been doing this for time. Last one. Open expressions of emotions. So like men being told that you can't cry and all of these type of things in it. Man worry about crying and whatnot. To be honest with you, personally, I wouldn't say that is a worry for me today as a man. Yeah, if I'm upset about something, I don't feel a way to feel upset about it. I'm grown enough to say I've shed a tear in emotional situations and circumstances or whatever. I don't have a problem with doing that. I'm not a ballers. But what I will say is what I find quite funny, and maybe this is detracting from the topic a little bit, but I find that there are, and this is a society thing, so like now people are trying to unlearn stuff or whatnot, and like I hear women like my friends say, do you know what, like I like a man who's in tune with his emotions, so like I want him to cry if he wants to cry and blah blah blah. No, they like when men, not when they're men. So they like when men are in tune with their emotions, but they don't want a man that is really in tune with their emotions. So it's like they like the fact that a guy is crying and he could do all of that stuff, but that's not the guy that they really want. Do you get me?
I think that's true.
Yeah,
that's definitely true.
A lot of things we like on paper, we wouldn't like in real life, or wouldn't work for us in real life.
This is what I say, like enough man love a gal with a big back.
Yeah,
like that is absolutely mad. But if their gal had that,
they
couldn't have it because they'll be insecure as fuck.
Yeah,
but they want it. But they couldn't have it.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I did like anyway the crying thing and that. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not a ballers.
Crying at what
not
time?
A ballers.
During sex?
Huh?
No,
crying when?
Sex. That's a bit
like in tune with his emotions. So like a man like
during sex. You know?
Like I don't know. He might.
What kind
like,
of guys?
I don't know. Maybe you might break up. Exactly.
I'm just wondering.
So a man might you might break up with the guy and he might cry. He might cry. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not. That's
fine. I mean, not too much tears.
I'm not a ballers like that, but I've cried in a relationship, or you know what I mean. Certain things have happened. The emotions taken me, and you know what I mean. I've dropped a tear, but I'm not like a absolutely like hysterical ballers.
Like them ones.
Do you know what I mean? I'm probably the type of cry that might make a girl feel like, do you know what? Let's just take our clothes off, and you know what I mean? Because you know to drop the.
One teardrop on the chin.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, babes? Like,
and our heart it just goes.
Yeah. Like, I didn't mean to do that to you.
I wish I could cry. I ain't seen my. Like, I'm actually a little bit. I have a complex about it because I think.
Okay, well there you go.
No, it's not a complex. I just haven't seen myself cry.
What about
since I was like 10 years old? Nope. I do this thing where I just go rock solid.
It goes dry.
That's not good.
It dries up before.
No, you need
one day you're gonna explode.
I'm not emotionless. Like I feel like I deal with it, but I don't like I don't know. I just haven't seen myself cry. I don't know what it's gonna have to take.
Maybe you manage your emotions quite well then.
The last time I actually cried, no, I've cried twice. Kind of. I fish tanked twice. One.
What?
I fish tanked.
Oh, okay.
One. When John Terry missed the penalty in Moscow. That's it.
Football had to be.
That one, and the other one was Toy Story 3.
Oh my goodness.
Toy Story is a bit sad.
I got really emotional watching a film.
No, this was I don't think I've ever been emotional watching a film.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of got to. I get to the point. I get to the welling up point.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah. You know when you start feeling the tingle.
Yeah, you can feel it coming.
That's happened to me a few times actually.
The
tingles got me. Yeah, the tingles mad got me, boy.